Oh, good morning, guys. Thank you for joining me today, or good evening, whenever you're doing this. We're going to use a wall space, a little bit of wall today to get our legs up and have a proper chill out. So make that happen for you now. So see if you can arrange a little space for yourself. And then once you've arranged that space, then you could come into seated. Yeah, just sitting cross-legged. You might want to have with you some blocks as well, so they can be handy too. I see someone's just joined on, so yeah, make sure that you have some wall space handy for in a moment. Okay, so let's just bring the hands together. We'll give the hands a nice little rub. So creating a nice little bit of heat there in the hands. And let's rest the hands over your eyes, so you're shielding out the light. Hopefully you can feel the heat from your hands just pouring into your eyes. And allow yourself to settle there for a moment. So you're taking away the sense of sight. And tune into what you can hear, especially if you're outside. Tune in to the sounds around you. Let your awareness get drawn to whatever it is that you're hearing in your space. And as your awareness gets drawn to the sounds, maybe you could create a little documentary to go with those sounds. So maybe it's birds that you can hear. You could create a little scenario with those birds. Or maybe there's people moving within the house. Maybe pets are moving. Taking away your sight and just using your imagination and the sounds to create the little scenarios that are happening around you. Then eventually just logging that in your mind's eye so that when you hear those sounds as we move through the class, they don't distract you so much. Yeah, you know what they are. You've already created the scenario for those sounds. So maybe if it moves your awareness from this moment, when you hear those sounds throughout the class, you can just acknowledge it, know what it already is, and then let it go. Now we'll slowly just start to wipe the eyes awake and wipe the face awake. So little massage over the cheeks. Maybe just moving the fingers across the forehead. Just waking your face up. And then just resting your hands on your knees. We'll do a few circles with the shoulders. Let's see if there's any tension there today. Massage and roll them out. And then take the circles the other way. You can just let your right ear now fall towards the right shoulder so you get a lovely stretch through the left side of the neck. And we'll just bob the head forwards and back, just massaging out that left side. Bringing the head back to the center. We'll lower the left ear towards the left shoulder and the right shoulder pulls down the back. And again, you can just let the head bob forwards and back, just try and release any tension there. Now we can bring the head back to the center and just drop the chin to the chest. You're stretching the back of the neck now. Then rest your right hand on the chest bone, so just above your chest, on the chest bone, and then the left hand on top of the right hand, and add a bit of weight. Press the hands down into the breastbone, and then slowly lift your chin up, so you're getting a lovely stretch there through the throat. And holding it there, breathing in. And breathing out. Bring your chin back so it's parallel to the floor. Release the hands back onto your knees. And then just start to create little circles with the upper body. So, rounding into the back, caving in the chest. Eventually starting to tuck your tail as well, so you're making the movement travel all the way down the spine and getting some movement in your hips. And then just taking the circle the other way. And that's it. Good. Then from here, as you inhale, lift yourself up nice and tall, and exhale, just walk your hands forward, see if you can relax down into the mat. You're breathing in and breathing out, just reaching the hands a little bit further forwards. You're going to walk your hands over to the right hand side, go as far over as you can. See if you can feel that stretch through the left side. That's it. And then walking the hands over to the other side, go as far over as you can. See if you can feel that stretch there through the other side. Okay. I'm going to move my way into the kitchen because I think you guys, the internet's not working for you. Okay. Is that better? All right, bringing the arms back to the center. Hopefully you click back in. 2 secs, I'm going to switch internets. Hello, I'm back. Good. All right, so you come back to the center. I'm going to go up against the wall. All right, so find your way against the wall. I'm so sorry about that. I was hoping my internet was working in there. So to get up against the wall, you're going to come up along the side of the wall and then spin your legs up. That's it. Make yourself nice and comfy, and for now, have your bum nice and close to the wall. Okay. So make any adjustments that you need to make there. Good, we're all okay? Now you can just let your arms rest down by the side and let your palms face up towards the sky. Let your eyes close and just notice now all the energy traveling down the legs into your hips. To that quick little venue change, settling in. And once you feel comfortable, take some long, deep breaths in through the nose. And long, slow breaths out through the nose. Long breaths in. Long breaths out. Check in with the breath. Maybe now you could start to get the pause at the top of the inhale. And the pause at the bottom of the exhale. So encouraging your body to deeply rest now. You might feel a little pulsing in the legs. That might be quite nice, or might be something that you need to get used to. But keep your awareness in your body and in the breath. And you've identified the sounds around you, you know what they are. So you can let those sounds go and just be here. We'll take one more breath here in this shape. We're going to come into a Supta Baddha Konasana here. So if you bring your feet in, cross-legged, have one foot on top of the other, and just let the knees fall into the wall. Now, sometimes it's nice to have blocks underneath the legs here to support them. If not, maybe it's okay just to be like this. You can rest your hands on your belly once you get comfortable. And then bring your awareness back to the breathing. So you're inhaling, belly inflating. And then exhaling, belly floating back. So we're going to take about 5 breaths in each pose. So the long inhale, the long exhale, and the pause in between the breaths. So encouraging your body and your mind to relax here. Take one more breath. So now remember which leg is in on the top. You bring your knees up together and then extend the legs up. Maybe you want to shake them out. And rebend the legs, but this time have the other leg on top. So it's a real gentle stretch. If you want, pop the blocks underneath the legs here so you can really let the legs open and relax into the support of the blocks. And then settling into the breath again, letting the belly expand into the hands. And allowing the belly then to float down away from the hands. So breathing in. Of course, maybe you haven't got a wall and you can just be in this shape. Every exhale, try and relax. Let go of anything that's not quite right or anything that you would want to change, and just be happy where you're at. 3 more breaths here. Last breath. And we'll bring the knees back up together. We'll take the legs up the wall again. Shake out the legs if you need to. And then you're just going to bend your legs so your feet are, bring the shins parallel to the floor. Keep pushing down through your feet now. Breath in, belly expands, and you can rest your hands down on the floor. And as you breathe out, draw the belly button back, push the feet into the wall and lift the hips up. Of course, if you haven't got a wall, you just got the feet on the floor. And then slowly lower the spine back down onto the mat. So really let gravity help you feel each vertebra on the floor there. Again, as you exhale, belly draws back and push down through your feet. Lift the hips up. I know this is a favorite with some of you, where you feel the weight of the back. And then lower the spine down slowly. Let's try that a few more times, maybe 2 more times. Following the journey of the spine, feeling the weight of gravity drawing you down into the mat. And each vertebra surrendering into the floor as you lower down. You might feel some work in the hamstrings and the glutes as well. Last time, pushing those hips up. So now, once your hips are up, make sure your feet are parallel to the knees. So that might mean walking the feet up the wall a little bit. Lift those hips up. Maybe you can just hover your right foot off the floor. Off the wall. Draw little circles with the ankle. There's a lot of work going on in that left hamstring there. So lower your right foot, put it back onto the wall and take your left leg up and start to circle the left ankle. And place the foot back onto the wall and then slowly lower the spine down vertebra by vertebra. That's it. Good. So rebend the legs, bring the feet parallel to the floor. Now you might need to wiggle away from the wall. See what happens. But we'll extend the left leg straight and then cross the right ankle on top of the left thigh. So that might be enough right there. Just feeling the right hip open slightly. But then play with bending the left leg. And if you need more space, just shuffle yourself away from the wall a bit. Yeah, so you can kind of wiggle your way back and creates a bit more space there for you to come into this thread the needle shape. We'll take a moment here, just breathing into the right hip. Be mindful of your right knee, flex the right foot. Feel the whole back of your body sink into the mat. You can add a bit of resistance, pushing the right leg into the left leg, and then that left foot's pushing into the wall. Try and feel the whole back of your body resting on the mat. Take one more breath. And you're going to let the right foot fall to the left side. So we do this without the wall normally, but have your left foot on the wall, push into the wall and then try and press your right foot on the floor flat, keeping that contact with the left knee. You can use your right hand to try and push the right knee away and push your left foot into the wall. So you're keeping everything in place. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. Okay, release and then come back up. Use your muscles, your core to help you. And then we'll extend the right leg up to the sky. Right leg goes up and then we'll just cross the left ankle over the top of the right thigh. And be mindful, how does this feel here? Maybe you can do a little wiggle side to side. And then rebend the right leg so the foot comes parallel to the shin. And just get used to that shape. Maybe this side's a bit looser than the other side so you could get closer to the wall, or maybe it's a bit tighter so you'll move further away from the wall. You're trying to feel the whole back of your body on the mat. And you're breathing in. And breathing out. Just letting that left hip get used to being open now, or opening. You're flexing that left foot, looking after the left knee. We're going to let the left foot fall to the right side now. So you're going to let the right leg also fall to the side and have your right foot pushing into the wall. So it's kind of keeping you in this restricted shape. Pop your right hand on the top of your left foot and your left hand can try and encourage the left knee away. And see if you can relax into that shape. You can push your foot into the wall to give you something to resist into. Breathing into that twist. And breathing out. Nice. Well done. We all okay? You're going to release and then come back up to the center. And then take the left leg back up to the sky. Shake out that leg, take both feet up to the sky, and then wiggle yourself close to the wall again. Okay, I'm going to have to wiggle a little bit over. So we're going to open up your legs towards out to the sides now. And just see how far feels good. You can use your hands to support the legs in case it feels like they're going too far. See if you can find this nice open leg shape. And if you haven't got enough space on the wall, don't worry, just move around, adjust. Maybe you've got one foot just hanging off the edge of the wall, or maybe you come away from the wall completely and just do it in the space. See if you can let the legs open as wide as feels good. And then you could take your arms up and over your head and just feel that lovely open feeling. So the chest is open, hips are open, inner thighs are stretching. Long breaths into the nose. Let's go for 5 slow, long counts here, long breaths. On the exhale, really try and think about surrendering. Surrendering to get gravity. Letting go of anything that isn't quite perfect. Being happy with wherever you are right now. The breath getting longer, slower, deeper. And hopefully you can dive in even deeper. It's just diving in deeper to yourself. All right, so now maybe your legs have opened wider than they have ever done before. So use your hands to draw the legs in, being mindful of the stretch. And then once you get there, you can maybe shake the legs if you've got room. But then bring your knees into your chest, wrap your arms over the tops of the shins, and then just let the body move from side to side. So you're massaging the muscles either side of the spine. Take one more breath here. And we're going to let both knees fall to the right side. Again, now line up your feet on the wall. Push the feet into the wall. Try and squeeze your knees down into the floor. Look over to your right hand and take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Enjoy the twist here. You do 2 more breaths here. Full inhales, full exhales. Whenever you get distracted, notice what it is and then let it go. Good. 1 more breath. Try pushing your feet into the wall. See if that helps you get a little bit deeper. If it's too deep, pop a block underneath the left thigh. Yeah, so it stops you going so low. And bring the knees back into your chest. And we'll let them fall to the other side. And set yourself up with the feet against the wall. And peel your left shoulder down onto the mat. Gaze straight up or towards the left hand. See what suits you. You can push your feet into the wall. Try and get deeper into the twist. And you're breathing in, expanding into the shape. And breathing out, melting into the shape. Good. Take 2 more breaths. Last breath, maybe pushing those feet into the wall. Lovely. You're going to bring your knees back into the center. And then take both feet right back up to the sky again. And we'll just let the legs rest there. Let your eyes close, let your jaw relaxed, and just take a moment to take stock of everything. We are going to make our way up to seated in a moment. But for now, just relax the jaw, relax your face. Preparing to transition, taking that time to transition. All right, slowly rebend the legs. And we'll let the knees fall to one side. So you can then lift yourself up, carefully, slowly, coming up to seated. Okay. So now you're going to line up your outer left side along the wall. And you're going to bring the sole of your right foot to your inner left thigh. It looks weird me cuddling up against the wall here. Inhale, just lift yourself up nice and tall, and then exhale, fold over the leg. That's it. And then just see how that feels there. Good. Taking a breath. Exhale, fold over the leg. And I know you've got the restriction of the wall there, but you're going to bring your left hand just inside your left leg, and then twist your right arm out to the side. And you're going to try and see if you can bring your right shoulder back onto the wall here. Just explore how that feels. Maybe you could swing the right arm up and over your head and then swing it all the way back. Just exploring that twist. How much of the right shoulder can you press into the wall here? Good, and then bringing the right arm all the way back in. Nice. Good, and you can roll back up. And you're just going to change sides. All right, so turning yourself. Taking the right leg to the inner, to the wall. Bringing the sole of the foot to the inner left thigh. Inhale, lift up tall. And exhale, fold over that left leg. How's that hamstring doing there? Notice the restriction. You can push into the wall just to get into that right place there. And then right hand on the floor, just inside your right leg, and left arm goes to the sky now. You're trying to twist and lean into the wall, opening up the left shoulder, breathing in. Maybe flossing the left arm up and over your head. We're seeing where you can get to. Maybe you can lower that elbow a little bit more. Pushing the head into the wall. And of course, if you've got no wall, this is still a pose that we always do. Good, and then release, bringing the arms back. Rolling your way up. Okay, so now you're going to come onto your feet, your bum facing the wall. Oh, actually, sorry guys, roll your way up. Come up to standing for a moment, and you're going to turn your body to the wall. Okay. Now, walk your way back and have your legs wide. Take your hands down towards the floor. Now go carefully here. Walk your hands back towards the wall. Look through your legs. Walk your feet towards the wall. And then keep leaning back until you feel your head and your upper back in the wall. You might be able to straighten the legs once you get there. You might be able to walk the legs a little bit further forwards. But you're trying to get the back of your body resting on the wall. Yeah, and have a little play with it. It's quite intense. See how it goes. And if it's way too much, then you can flip it. Just bring your bum onto the wall, your feet towards the wall, and relax here, pushing back into the wall. Okay? But if it feels nice the other way, work your way into it. Find that place where you can kind of relax for a moment. You got all the blood pooling into your head. You got the hamstrings getting that lovely big stretch. Take a long breath in. So good. And a long breath out. See if you can stay there for one more breath. I know it's quite intense with all the blood pooling into your head there. Good. And of course you can come out anytime, but we're going to bend the knees, walk your way back, and then just lower your knees to the floor. Sit back into your heels and take a child's pose. Okay, so it's almost like we've done a headstand. And after a headstand or any inversion, child's pose is always the best place to go. Yeah. Take a moment here, feeling the body expand against the thighs with the breath in. And relax into the child's pose with your breath out. One more breath. Walk your way back up onto your hands. Now, if you want to make your way onto your mat now, we'll come up onto all fours. And we'll bring the right knee to your right wrist, right foot towards the left wrist. Just making our way into a pigeon pose. Feels nice to stretch out that left leg. Right hand is inside your right leg. In fact, first of all, let's come down onto the forearms. Let's see if we can make it a little bit easier. And you're going to bend that left leg in. So you're just getting the quads to stretch now. If that feels all right, you can lean into your right arm and just reach back and catch hold of the foot, encouraging the stretch a little bit. You might not be able to reach the foot, and that's fine. Yeah, just see where you can go to. You could use a strap here if you wanted to. Maybe you'll come up onto your right hand just to get a little bit deeper into it. Play with it. If you're feeling very flexible here today, then bring your right heel outside of your right hip. One more breath. Good. Releasing the foot. And falling onto the right side now. You're going to swing your left leg all the way around. Hook it over your right leg and we take a twist here. Make sure you've got room for both sit bones to push down. Right arm around the left leg and left fingertips behind you into this twist. Good. Breathing in. And if you like, as you breathe out, let your left ear fall towards the left shoulder so you get the stretch through the right side of the neck. Good. Release. Bring the head back up. Swing the arms back. And we're going to take this left leg all the way back. You're going to come back onto that left knee now. Bring your right foot out in front. And we're going to flex the right foot so the leg is straight. You can be on blocks or fingertips. Inhale, chest moves to the toes. And exhale and fold over the leg. So we already did that big stretch through the hamstrings there and a wide leg forward fold. So hopefully this feels all right. You can have a little wiggle, just checking in with it. Nice. Okay, you're going to rebend into the right leg. Just bring your hands into fists and tuck your back toes under. Lift your back knee up off the floor and work on straightening the right leg. We'll play with that, drawing the right toes towards your head. Use your fists to support you here. Good. All right, guys, rebend into your right leg. Put your palms flat for a moment. Just take your right foot to the back of the mat. That should feel quite nice in the hip. And bring your left knee to your left wrist. We'll slide the back leg away. Come down onto your forearms and now play with drawing the right heel into your bum. Yes. Now that might be enough, just doing that. Maybe keeping the legs straight is better for you as well. You choose. You could reach back with the right hand and just squeeze the heel into the bum. You could have a strap as well, hook the strap around the foot. You might be getting enough stretch in that quad anyway, just without anything. So you do you. If you want to, you could bring your weight up onto that left hand. Just encouraging the stretch through the quad, through the front of that right hip flexor. Breath slow and steady. Nice, and then you can release that right leg. I'm going to fall onto the left side and swing the right leg around. Hook the foot over the knee. Squeeze both sit bones down. Left arm comes around the right knee and then right fingertips behind into the twist. You can let your right ear fall to the right shoulder so you get that stretch through the left side. And you're breathing in. And breathing in. Because, well done, bringing the head right back up. Release the hands and then we're going to swing that right leg all the way back. Tucking your toes. Now you're going to bring your left foot inside your left hand. And then just come back onto the right knee and left toes to the sky now. So we get into this left hamstring here. Breathing in, chest to the toes. And breathing out, folding over that left leg. Doing any wiggles. Yeah, wiggles really suits me, really helps me to see around the muscle. Good, and then like you did earlier, you're going to rebend into this left leg. So you'll come onto fists here and just tuck your back toes and then work on straightening that left leg. You can have your hands on your blocks here. So we're getting the length. Breathing in, chest to toes. Breathing out, folding over the leg. Then put your palms flat so you can rebend into the left leg. Let's just take the left leg back. That should feel quite nice there. And we're going to lower the knees. Take the feet together, the knees wide, and set your hips into your heels. Relax the tummy, the chest, the head down. Think about rooting your hips down into the mat, into the heels, sorry guys. And we'll take a little twist here, right arm underneath your body towards the left side. Take the left arm around your back. Use the right thigh to hook onto with that left hand. Or maybe you hook onto your trousers or your leggings. You open up that top shoulder. Maybe push into the back of the right arm to help you twist. Releasing the left hand, and we're coming to the twist the other way. Left arm underneath you towards the right side. Right fingers to the top of the mat, really pushing into the back of that left arm. Breathing in and breathing out. You can take the right hand around your back. And then just see if you can spin the chest open to the sky. How does it feel as you push into the back of that left arm? And then release. Okay, we're going to stay in this pose, so if you need to shake out your hips, go for it. But now slide the right arm back underneath you and bring your chin over your right arm. We usually do this flat on our belly. And then extend your left arm out to the top of the mat. This is my less effective, less very good left arm. So it's not such a nice stretch for me on this side. Hopefully it's a nice stretch for you, feeling that stretch all through the outer left arm. If you want to not go so deep, just lift your chest up a little bit higher. If you want to go deeper, just let your chest sink a little bit lower. And you can add as well by pushing down through your left arm, like you're karate chopping the floor here. And then release. And don't forget, if you want to shake out those hips, shake it out. Shake out that left arm, definitely. Right arm. And then take your left arm back towards the right side. And then right fingers out to the top of the mat. This left arm is above your chest. You're stretching the outer left arm, pushing down through the right hand. Your chin can rest on the floor. Yes, if you need more, push down. If you need less, lift yourself up higher. One more breath, if you can cope with it. And then release, bring your right hand in, and then pick yourself up. Oh, and it's going to be nice to come out of the hips, so bring your knees together. Well done. Last little child's pose here, knees together, feet together, and lay yourself over your legs. Forehead down into the floor. Let the weight of the hips sink into the heels. And you're stretching the legs the other way now, or stretching the hips the other way. Roll your way up, come up to seated, yeah, and then just take the hands behind you, fingers towards the bum, squeeze your shoulders back and open up the chest here. So it should feel nice there, just to open up, and then to counterpose the stretch in the hips, push down through your shins and lift those hips up. You're breathing in and breathing out. Good. Lower your bum back into your heels. And then walk your way forwards. And we're going to lay down onto the mat. So belly down. We're going to stretch the shoulders out the other way now. My favourite, my favourite way. Have your right arm out in line with your right shoulder. Press your palm down into the floor. Your left hand is by your left chest. Push down, peel the hips back and take your left foot behind your right leg. And let that left knee sway open. So you're getting a stretch in your hips as well as your right shoulder. Your palm is flat on the floor and try and relax your head. Yeah. Relax your neck. You can harden your right leg. You're breathing in and breathing out. Just enjoying the stretch there. Front of the right shoulder and a little bit in this left hip. If you need any more, just let your left arm fall behind your back. It's already deep enough for me though. And then release. Oh, good. Lay down onto your belly. Bring that right arm in, shake it out. And then extend your left arm out. Press your palm flat on the floor. Start to spin your right hip back on top of the left. Right hand resting on the mat. Let your head rest on the floor. And then see if you can let the right knee open. Get into that hip. Inhaling. Exhaling. You want to let the right arm go behind your back, you can. It might already be deep enough. And then when you're done, lower your belly back down onto the mat. Oof, just bring in that left arm. It's a big stretch. Shake out the shoulders. Good. Let your head rest on your hands a moment. Let your hips just move from side to side. So maybe you can let your head move from side to side as well. So getting a little bit of movement in your neck. And then take the hands down by your side, palms face down. If it's too much for your chest, have your arms above your head, but you're just going to let your head turn to one side. Let everything relax. Again, if it's too much with the arms down by your side, just have them above your head. And let your neck relax. Let your face, let your jaw relax. Breathing in. Breathing in. It's like you're hugging the floor. Take one more breath here. Maybe you're getting distracted by the sounds through the floor. Maybe tune into those sounds. Is it the sounds of the earth? Then you can lift the head up and then we just turn the head to the other side. And once you get there, relax the head, relax the neck. Feel the breath inflate the front of the body, which feels quite nice when you have that contact with the floor. And as you breathe out, try and relax into the mat, into the floor. Take one more breath. Okay, then lifting your head back up, bring your arms back out in front. Last few poses. So you're going to bring your right knee out, have it in line with your right hip, right foot on the floor. Forehead down into the mat. Try and tuck your tail. Try and push down to the top of your left leg. Feel the stretch through the inner thighs. Now you can even play with straightening your right leg. Yeah, just see if you can have the edge of the right foot on the floor. It might be not there yet, so don't worry. Keep the knee bent if not. But maybe there's that opportunity to extend the right leg straight away. Straight out to the side, sorry, not straight away. If not, you're keeping the knee bent and the foot right below the knee, trying to shorten the gap or smallen the gap between your thigh and the floor. And then you can extend that right leg nice and straight, bringing the legs together. And then playing the same with the other side. Okay, so taking the left knee out to the left side, feeling the left ankle right below the left knee. Push down to the pubic bone, try and smallen the gap between the thigh and the floor. If it felt good on the other side and you've got space, then you can work on straightening that left leg. And that means just bringing the toes in line with the knee. And of course, if that's too much, then you are going to stay as you are. Breathing in. Breathing in. Good. All right, rebending that left leg if you bent it, and then straightening the left leg out. Good. So bringing your knees, your heels to your bum, and your knees towards each other. You can just let both feet sway from side to side. So you're getting this massage on your belly. Hopefully it's not too hard on the floor for you. And coming back to the center, release the feet down. And you're going to spin onto your back. So you could extend your right arm out towards the left side and then just flip onto your back. Okay, for a moment, bring the soles of the feet together, knees open. So now you've just flipped gravity onto its other edge. Arms can come up and over your head. Let the whole back of your body rest into the mat. So let's follow these counts all together. Yeah. So take a long, deep breath in through the nose. And then open your mouth and exhale, let it go. Breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in for 4. Hold your breath for 4. Breathe out for 4. Hold the breath out for 4. One more round like that. Inhale for 4. Hold your breath for 4. Exhale for 4. Hold the breath out for 4. This time inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath out 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 5. Hold your breath for 5. Exhale for 5. Hold your breath out for 5. Inhale fully. And open your mouth. Exhale, let it go. Just breathe normally in and out through your nose. And then extend your feet to the corners of the mat. Now you can keep your arms above the head or bring them down by your side. Now take this moment now, it's just the last few moments to rest. Eyes closed, no awareness on your breathing. Just let the breath happen naturally. And like you did at the beginning, let your awareness get drawn to the sounds around you now. So whether you're in the house or you're outside, maybe you can hear birds either way. Maybe you can hear the wind. Maybe there's people moving around in your house. Just let your awareness get drawn to the sounds. Once you've identified those sounds, maybe you can recreate the scenarios like we did at the beginning that go with those sounds. Maybe there's new sounds, so there's new scenarios. I always like to imagine if I can hear birds, I imagine or dream up their conversations. What is it that they're saying? Let all your awareness be on that, creating the different scenarios to go with the sounds that you can hear. Maybe there's stillness, maybe there's no sounds. I think there's even a sound with silence, isn't there? And then in your own time, once you've identified the sounds, created scenarios to go with those sounds, let those sounds go and allow yourself just to relax into this Shavasana shape. Letting your body relax in this nice mobile state that it's in now. Sinking deeper within yourself. Let go of anything that's not quite perfect right now. Just being happy with everything as it is in this moment. You're welcome to continue your Shavasana from here. Yeah, maybe you need a good 5-10 minutes in Shavasana today, in which case go ahead. Otherwise, if you need to get moving, you can start to wiggle the toes and wiggle your fingers. Reaching your arms above the head, doing a full body stretch, drawing your feet together. And feel this brand new body. And we can roll over to the right hand side into your fetal shape. Just taking a little bit of time there before you come up to seated. And when you feel ready, walking your way up, bringing your palms together, thumbs into your chest bone. Feel that connection to yourself. And take a breath in through the nose and a breath out through the mouth. Thank you so much for joining with me today. Namaste. Apologies for technology not doing its thing. I hope you still managed to rest and find some peace and calm.